So let's get you a ground update. What does the new Kushinagar International Airport look like? My colleague Poulomi Saha is there at location. Poulomi, what did you pick up on the development project announced by Prime Minister Modi? Clearly, this is election season in UP, but also how does the new airport look like there in Kushinagar?
Well, obviously, as far as the inauguration of the Kushinagar International Airport is concerned, this is a big moment, of course, for tourism and Buddhism as well, because this is one of the centers, one of the key 4 centers of the Buddhist circuit. And as far as Kushinagar is concerned, now international pilgrims, Buddhist pilgrims and tourists will be able to, in fact, come to Kushinagar because it is going to be directly linked to several South Asian countries where Buddhism is practiced in a big way. So today itself, of course, being Abhidharma Day, today the Prime Minister is now at the Mahaparivarana Sthal, Nirvana Sthal, which is of course where Lord Buddha attained salvation, and that is the spot where he is of course right now attending an event where Buddhist monks from various countries are present, and they will in fact be participating in this program to mark a 3-month end to their their period of where they basically are in meditation, a period of spent in a monastery. That period comes to an end. And as far as the international airport is concerned, it is of course expected to, that is the expectation that it is going to see a tourist influx of at least about 20% rise in tourist influx, and then of course the 2 crore passengers will be going back and forth. The Civil Aviation Minister of course said that initially from the 26th of November, as far as linking Delhi to Kushinagar is concerned, direct flights will be started, and they will go back and forth between Delhi and Kushinagar 4 times a week. And from the 18th of December, Kushinagar will be directly linked via flights to Mumbai and Kolkata as well. SpiceJet will be the operating airline. So a big fillip for tourism and for economic activity as well in the Purvanchal region of Uttar Pradesh.
So definitely sounds very good, at least for the Kushinagar area. Poulomi, as we are speaking, we have visuals on our screen of Prime Minister Narendra Modi looking at the images that have been brought in, that have been compiled, that in Kushinagar, this is specifically with regard to Buddhism. So I do have an added question to you here, that while we look at these images, should we also see this as one of the statements that was made by the Chief Minister, Yogi Adityanath, that this is going to be religious economic tourism for Uttar Pradesh that they will be aiming for?
Well, as far as Kushinagar is concerned, the significance of this town is the fact that this is one of the key centers, one of the key 4 centers of Buddhism, other than that of in the Buddhist circuit in India, other than that of Lumbini, Sarnath and Gaya. So this is where, like I said, Lord Buddha is said to have attained salvation. This is where his final resting place is, and hence a lot of Buddhist pilgrims would visit this, but there was no direct connectivity. They either had to come via Gorakhpur, via Varanasi. There were other airports that they had to come through. Now with Kushinagar having been developed into an international airport and soon to be directly linked domestically and internationally as well, the first of course international flight has already landed in the form of the Sri Lankan Airlines flight, which landed over here with over 130 Buddhist monks and dignitaries coming in from Sri Lanka. Now Kushinagar will grow, as is the expectation of the state government of Uttar Pradesh and the centre as well, into a big Buddhism hub as well for those who are of course on pilgrimage, and those of course who are doing the Buddhist circuit as tourists.
Because Poulomi, you're on the ground, and do tell us, because we've heard of Gaya, we've heard of course Sarnath, we've heard of many other Buddhist religious specific locations. Kushinagar may not be a global destination. Do you think something like this, at least for the people in Kushinagar who may not have a lot of means of livelihood, something like this could just become and pave way for perhaps, as you also mentioned, about economic activity and just much more awareness about the area, and hopefully the government will be able to maintain the heritage aspect of it?
Absolutely. That is one of the aims of the government. Obviously, it's two-pronged. One is, of course, developing the Buddhist circuit and, giving a boost and fillip to pilgrimage. There are so many spots in the country which are revered, which are not just by people nationally, domestically, but internationally as well, who want to come to India because they are, they're followers of a particular sector, religion, and there are, of course, places of certain significance in the country, but their connectivity is an issue in terms of road connectivity, in terms of aerial connectivity, and that is what the government is aiming at in order to, of course, push that kind of pilgrimage, Buddhist pilgrimage, specifically if we talk about Kushinagar, because this international airport has been developed at a cost of about 260 crore rupees.
Okay.
It is spread over 3,600
Just stay on with me. Just stay on with me because we are getting these live visuals. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, I can also see the Governor of Uttar Pradesh, Anandiben Patel, all of them in a cart there, because remember, in these areas there are vehicles that are not permitted for different reasons, and therefore they have taken this cart, and of course flanked by a heavy security presence around the Prime Minister there and other dignitaries that have come from the government as well. We can see Prime Minister Narendra Modi donning a white kurta, and behind him Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh Yogi Adityanath also sitting, and of course around them the security personnel ensuring that all of this will be as a safe cordon for Prime Minister Modi, who usually, of course, travels in and rides in a barricaded, bulletproof vehicles, but this time an open-air view for the Prime Minister to take a look around at the location that has just been inaugurated. He was just being briefed about by the authorities about what precisely is the significance of Kushinagar, how has it been preserved as heritage point, importantly, how can it be promoted as a tourist destination. Like our colleague Paulomi is also telling us, while Kushinagar is a very prominent location with regard to Buddhism, it is not exactly the most connected location compared to, let's say, Bodh Gaya or Sarnath or any other area for the Buddhist pilgrims to be able to reach. And already over 100 Buddhist pilgrims have arrived in Kushinagar via this new flight, via the new inaugurated airport, and that is the new beginning. So these are the new visuals that are coming in. We are getting it live from Kushinagar. We'll try and continue to get you updates. Of course, because I think this is probably the first time, or at least not in recent times, that we have seen Prime Minister Modi traveling in this cart with Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath. Usually, of course, both the Prime Minister and the Chief Minister in a very barricaded, bulletproof vehicles that they travel. So this is an interesting view that we have managed to get of the Prime Minister traveling within the area. I want to go across again to Paulomi Saha. So Paulomi, I can see that the Prime Minister has just got down from the vehicle, which are battery operated vehicles, and these are all ensuring, because these are heritage, World Heritage locations, and to ensure that there's no fuel or anything that can hamper the heritage locations. These are either the battery operated vehicles or you have to walk in these areas. So, Paulomi, we can see Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath walking around right now, taking a stock of this heritage point there in Kushinagar. What is mood like on the ground? Because I can only think of the people there, the local residents, and also the Buddhist pilgrims who could not directly reach this location. And so many of us would actually want to go and explore this area, which otherwise was not easily accessible.
That's right. The Prime Minister, of course, is right now at the Mahaparinirvana Sthal, which is the point and the place where Lord Buddha attained salvation. It is an absolutely sacred spot, and hence he's saying that he is, of course, moving around in a battery-operated car, because this, like you said, is a very sacred spot. It is a heritage site as well, and hence he is now taking a tour. He will be participating in an event, like I said, which is observing and marking Abhidhamma Divas Day, which is basically, like I said, an end to the 3-month rainy retreat that Buddhist monks observe in meditation in monasteries. This brings to a culmination that, and today is that day, and hence he is at this location. He is, of course, joined by several dignitaries who've come in from various South Asian countries, who are, of course, where Buddhism is a prominent religion, and there are many practitioners and followers of the religion. They're present over there. So other than the Sri Lankan contingent led by Cabinet Minister for Youth and Sports, Namal Rajapaksa, who is also the son of Prime Minister of Sri Lanka, Mahinda Rajapaksa, the delegation that has landed in Kushinagar from Sri Lanka today on that inaugural Sri Lankan Airlines flight from Colombo. There are envoys and dignitaries from other nations as well, represented from nations like Cambodia, like Thailand, like Vietnam, like Laos, like South Korea. So these are the various South Asian nations where Buddhism is a big religion.
Yes.
They're being represented by their envoys and those from their diplomatic missions here in Delhi. They're present at this function right now, where the Prime Minister is present. So yes, this is a big moment in terms of giving a fillip to Buddhist circuit pilgrimage in India. Like I said, this is one of the prominent 4 centers of the Buddhist circuit, other than Lumbini, Sarnath and Gaya Kushinagar is one of those. So that is going to be extremely significant in, of course, the economic activity that will be witnessed over here as a result of this. Like I said, the state hopes that there will be a tourist influx up by at least 20%.
And Paulomi, like we're talking about, yes, the Buddhism religious aspect of it, and the fact that it is such a historical site right now at the Mahaparinirvana temple in Kushinagar, where basically Gautam Buddha attained nirvana, which was in Kushinagar, one of the locations apart from 3 other. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath interacting with the Buddhist monks, not only the ones who are at the temple, and as you can see also in the foreground, the very famous reclining statue of Gautam Buddha. This is known as the Nirvana location for Gautam Buddha, and likely that is the reason for the reclining statue. We can see all other dignitaries one by one interacting with the Buddhist monks. Prime Minister Narendra Modi now with the monks taking a round of the reclining statue of the Gautam Buddha. So of course, like we have been discussing, not just the tourism and connectivity aspect of it, but of course the religious economic tourism. The fact that an otherwise very popular historic location of Kushinagar was not easily connected, now can have pilgrims from across the world or just tourists eager to explore this region can directly reach and land at the Kushinagar International Airport. And for now, of course, all the religious activity currently there, you can see on your screen. All of these are live visuals coming in from Kushinagar. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been there since the morning, and these are of course the religious ceremony that are taking place, and I want to go across to Paulomi Saha on that as well. Paulomi, we are staying with the visuals as Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and before I just come to you, let's listen in to what is being said there in the visuals that have come in.
संपादेशा भगवान बुद्ध का यह अंतिम वचन है अपने भिक्षुओं के लिए, अपने शिष्यों के लिए। उन्होंने कहा कि हंधिदानि भिक्षवे आमंत्रानि वे, भिक्षुओं जो कुछ भी है वह मुझ में है। सभी संस्कार और कर्म नश्वर हैं, और साथ ही साथ आप प्रमाद हटाकर अपने कार्य का संपादन करें। आप सभी विकारों से दूर होकर अपने कार्यों का संपादन करें।
Yes, whatever is existing.
Gautam Buddha, and remember, not just a Buddhist location. Kushinagar is also has been mentioned as one of the kingdom's capitals according to the Ramayana, the historical epic in Hinduism. So there are different factors associated with a very historical town that till now had no direct connectivity. So the ones who had to reach, pilgrims or tourists who had to reach, had to go through longer routes, and of course a lot of time was spent. Prime Minister Narendra Modi currently taking a round of the reclining statue. Paulomi Saha is in Kushinagar. She also saw the airport and has been telling us all about the mood on ground. So of course, let's not forget, while we stay with these visuals, Paulomi, that this is of course an election season. This is the Purvanchal region, you are telling us, and to them this does come across as a big boost.
आगे जिसका दर्शन करेंगे प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी और अंततः प्रसन्न होंगे। और बेहद
Absolutely. You know, obviously, there will be a lot of politics which
Yes.
will be played around this as well. Just a short while ago, Akhilesh Yadav, Samajwadi Party chief, has tweeted and he said the BJP and the BJPites, as he said, are inaugurating the foundation for which was laid by the Samajwadi Party. So while the foundation stone was laid by the Samajwadi Party, the BJP has come around with its pair of scissors to cut the ribbon, is exactly what Akhilesh Yadav has said. So this is obviously, obviously being looked at in a political way as well. There will be a lot of, programs which will be launched, foundation stones laid as well as the elections draw closer. But then, of course, there is the other aspect of the fact that, if everything were to go smoothly from here on, this is going to give a big boost to economic activity and tourism here in Kushinagar, because, like I said, there are a lot of Buddhist pilgrims who want to come to Kushinagar because this is the final resting place of Lord Buddha and they want to pay their tribute. So this is a big spiritual site and a religious site for those who follow
these
Buddhism.
visuals that
But
are coming in,
unfortunately,
yes, Prime Minister Narendra Modi interacting with folded hands with the senior Buddhist monks who are there and likely being briefed about the location, about the monks and about the hierarchy there at that location. Photographs now being clicked, photo opportunity currently on with Prime Minister Modi. Who else is accompanying him? I also see the Civil Aviation Minister, Jyotiraditya Scindia, MOS also. Who all are there? Can you just tell us about the presence of other ministers or dignitaries there with Prime Minister Modi? Paulomi?
संयोग है कि तथागत ने अपनी पहली शिक्षा अपना
Well,
पहला-
basically, the dignitaries who are present over here, as far as the Indian side is concerned, they belong to the Departments of Civil Aviation and Culture. So,
Okay.
Minister for Civil Aviation Jyotiraditya Scindia is present, as is his MOS, General VK Singh. Then, of course, Minister for Culture G. Kishan Reddy is present. His MOS is Meenakshi Lekhi and Arjun Ram Meghwal are present, as well as Kiran Rijiju, who is, of course, a follower of Buddhism. He is present over here as well. And then, of course, UP Chief Minister
Yes.
Yogi Adityanath and UP Governor Anandiben Patel. They are present over here on this occasion in Kushinagar, because obviously a big moment here with the inauguration of the international airport. And today, of course, the BJP reaching out to the people of Kushinagar, one of course with the foundation laying of a lot of other projects and programs, including a medical college a little later in the day by the Prime Minister after this program where he is at, and then of course to the Buddhist community as well, reaching out to them. Of course the leaders who were present earlier in the morning before the Prime Minister's arrival, Yogi Adityanath, Union Civil Aviation Minister
Yes.
Jyotiraditya Scindia, they received the relics that came from Sri Lanka on that Sri Lankan Airlines flight. There are relics of Buddha, Lord Buddha, that are scattered around the world. This relic, I was told the significance by the Ministry of Culture, was one of those which was in UP itself earlier,
Okay.
but it travelled to Sri Lanka, it went to Sri Lanka. This was in the late 1800s. It is in three parts. It is embossed on a lotus, and that is what came back today. So that relic is what came back today from Sri Lanka. So that is the significance
And-
of it, and you saw
Yes.
that so many Buddhist monks were carrying it as they came down from that flight, which of course had a huge delegation of 5 cabinet ministers of the Sri Lankan government and over 100 Buddhist monks.
All right, Paulomi, please stay on with me, because again, in the battery-operated vehicle, Prime Minister Narendra Modi,
The dais
and there sitting behind him, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, Governor of the state Anandiben Patel, all of them, they're in the vehicle heading out of the Nirvana temple, the Mahaparinirvana temple, where it appears, and we are being told, historically, Gautam Buddha had attained Nirvana. But as we look at these visuals, I cannot help but think, Paulomi, that while this is the location of Nirvana, which is now likely to get a boost both with regards to tourism and of course the religious aspect of it, is this also going to be for the Indian subcontinent a connect, so to say? We have Buddhist monks coming in from Sri Lanka. We know Lumbini, the birthplace of Gautam Buddha, is presently in Nepal. So this is also in many ways connecting the religious aspect of it for the subcontinent, and that also is likely to get a push with this inauguration and these visits.
He preached first he delivers sermons to his
Absolutely, because as far as connecting Kushinagar International Airport is concerned, which is of course, like we've been telling our viewers, the center point of Buddhism, at least 13 countries is what we've been told by the Aviation Ministry will be linked to Kushinagar directly in terms of international flights. So that is what has been told to us by the Aviation Ministry. Of course, the Sri Lankan Airlines flight landed over here earlier today. Similarly, from Nepal, from South Korea, from Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam, Japan, China. These are some of the countries from where India is expecting a lot of pilgrims to come in from, Buddhist pilgrims, and of course a lot of chartered flights as well, because as far as Buddhist travelers are concerned or pilgrims, they usually tend to travel in big groups, so they charter flights out,
yes.
and then they visit heritage sites and of course those of significance, religious significance. So they're expecting a lot of inflow of chartered flights as well coming to Kushinagar in order to pay their respects and obeisance at the final resting place of Lord Buddha.
All right, so now Prime Minister Narendra Modi taking a stock of the situation in the battery-operated vehicle. He's got down from that vehicle. He's going around the location. Remember, where he is presently is a historic town. It has also been not only a kingdom's capital, it has also a very strong location with regard to the Buddhist religious circuit, considering this is the Nirvana location for Gautam Buddha. He's just got down at that heritage site, folded hands, and now we are being told planting a sapling. As we can see here, planting a sapling likely of the Bodhi tree. And where he is presently, the reason you saw him in that battery-operated vehicle is because vehicles with petrol or diesel are not permitted to ensure the preservation of the heritage sites. And now, of course, planting the sapling, and this, of course, will be also remembered in how the Prime Minister Modi decided to come at this location, plant a sapling. All of this, of course, while is being recorded live, cannot help but think how this is all around the election season. So Poulomi, while all of this appears good, will only benefit the locals in Kushinagar, will only push the religious economic tourism of Uttar Pradesh, and works definitely well, both for the government and the Bharatiya Janata Party. How do you think this could become political? In what sense has there been reactions coming in yet on this issue?
that international airport will make connectivity.
Well, one of the reactions, Pooja, as I was telling our viewers earlier, has come in from Akhilesh Yadav, who's taken a pot shot at the BJP, saying the BJP only seems to be cutting the ribbon for an airport for which the foundation was laid much earlier by the Samajwadi Party. So the BJP trying to walk away with credit for the opening and the inauguration of the Kushinagar International Airport, which is expected to become a hub in the tourist circuit. They are just walking away with the credit. All the work has been done. The groundwork has been laid by Samajwadi Party. So clearly that is going to be the refrain as well as far as the opposition is concerned. As I said, as the elections near, there will be several more developmental projects which will be inaugurated and the foundation stones for others being laid as well. And the opposition will, of course, take pot shots at it and say that this is all being done with an eye on the
very
elections.
interesting right now, as we were talking about that subcontinent connect, Poulomi, just apologies for interrupting you. When Prime Minister Modi and Yogi Adityanath just walked by, there was this huge banner welcoming the Sri Lankan Buddhist delegates. And as Poulomi has been telling us, there have been Buddhist monks who have come in flights and landing there at the Kushinagar International Airport. So one of the first, basically, as a delegation to be landing at the newly inaugurated Kushinagar Airport. So remember, what you see on your screens right now connects India, Sri Lanka and Nepal. This is, and of course, any other country in the neighborhood that has Buddhism right now thriving in the nation. And therefore, the Buddhist circuit that is getting connected with Kushinagar as the location of Nirvana, getting a boost there for not only the Buddhist monks and the pilgrims, but also tourists who would want to explore. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi right now with folded hands, acknowledging the presence of the monks there. We now see him on the stage. All of this is in one location. That is why you saw him in the vehicle and then getting down, taking a round of the temple. He was at the temple, then he got back into the vehicle. Again, the vehicle went around the area. He got down, planted a sapling of the Bodhi tree, got back into the vehicle, and now is in this location on the stage. Are we expecting a speech from him? We'll wait and see. But as Paulomi is telling us, there's already politics brewing over it, with Samajwadi Party saying, we were the ones to start its construction, BJP taking credit. Let's stay on with the visuals just for a while, then I go back to Paulomi Saha.
Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa.
सबका जीवन सुखमय हो.
So that is the starting of the ceremony. We can see the Sri Lankan delegates there on the stage. Prime Minister Narendra Modi interacting with them. Sitting on the left to Prime Minister Modi, Chief Minister of the state Yogi Adityanath, the state facing elections in just few months. On the right, flanked by the governor of the state, Anandiben Patel. What you see in the audience, of course, with social distancing and thankfully masks on most of them, are not only the delegates from the Indian side but also from Sri Lanka, as our colleague on the ground has been telling us. I want to go back again to Paulomi Saha. Paulomi, because you've been taking us through what precisely is happening. If you want to also tell us why specifically there is a delegation coming in from Sri Lanka here. You've also told us the reason, but if you can elaborate on this further, because this could have just been the government of the Indian side and then the state government of Uttar Pradesh to be inaugurating this airport, to be going around with all the events and the activities that have been organized. Why has the Sri Lankan delegation been invited for this event?
Shri G. Kishan Reddy, Honorable Minister.
Well, as far as the Sri Lankan delegation's arrival at the Kushinagar International Airport on its opening day is concerned, this only goes on to mark the significance of Kushinagar in the Buddhist circuit. You know, it could have been just the opening of the Kushinagar International Airport, where the Prime Minister possibly spoke about its significance in terms of course, you know, how it does link many South Asian countries internationally now with India in terms of arriving at Kushinagar, which is of course the final resting place of the Buddha. But with the delegation arriving from Sri Lanka, that significance seemingly got highlighted. Of course, 130 dignitaries and monks who arrived over here from Sri Lanka, and not just arrived, they carried relics of you know, significant to Buddhism with them, which again added significance to this moment and establishing Kushinagar as a sacred place as far as the Buddhist circuit is concerned. And that was the government's intent, to establish this as a pilgrimage and as the tourism hub as well, because that is the kind of influx that Kushinagar otherwise sees, other than the domestic UP travelers who possibly go and come out of Kushinagar. It is also about you know, the fact that this place holds some amount of significance. And then of course, you know, if you look at the larger significance of the airport beyond Buddhism itself, about the Buddhist circuit itself, then this is, you know, an airport, an international airport, very significantly the third international airport in the state. It becomes the 9th functional airport of the state. And the fact that this itself will service at least 10 to 15 districts, it's estimated, within UP and Bihar, because Kushinagar is UP-Bihar border. So at least from 10 to 15 districts, a lot of people can actually come to Kushinagar and possibly take, you know, there are of course these international flights to South Asian countries, but if you're not flying to any of the South Asian countries, then there'll be direct flights to Delhi as well, unless you know, you wish to go to a Gorakhpur or a Varanasi. But then of course now Kushinagar becomes another big hub. It will be able to service at least 10 to 15 districts in the hinterland area.
That's very important, because in areas where there was not direct connectivity yet to be able to reach now to Kushinagar, which is not only catering to the domestic route but also international. And remember, what you see on your screens is also being watched globally. There are countries like Cambodia, Thailand, Vietnam, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, whose delegates are already here. There is also Japan, Taiwan, Singapore, South Korea. All of them have a strong Buddhist presence. And for them to know at this point that there is the location of Nirvana of Gautam Buddha, where they can directly now reach and land and and go around and visit these locations which are historical, definitely going to become a big boost. But of course, all of this amid the election season for Uttar Pradesh. I'm heading to a very short break, but I and Poulomi Saha will continue to get you the ground updates from Kushinagar. This is big. This is an international airport that has been inaugurated, but with political controversies. That is the BJP taking credit for what was then initiated by the Samajwadi Party. All that and more. I'm going to get you all of it after a very short break.